Good morning, Infinity Fellowship. I want to welcome you in. This is Reverend Jeff Obafemi, Carr, also known as Rev Jeff, and we're joining you virtually today. This is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of the moms out there, all of the play moms, all of the wannabe moms, all of the grandmothers, aunties, everyone out there who is celebrating that divine feminine principle. We're so grateful that you stopped in today to join us for the Infinity Fellowship. We're going to get ready in a few minutes, so guess what? This is your opportunity to go grab your tea, go grab your coffee, put yourself up on the big screen in terms of your involvement with Infinity today. So guess what? Get your YouTube channel up, get your Facebook channel up, put it on your big screen, gather the family around. Let's kick off Mother's Day with an awesome, awesome Second Sunday. Second Sunday is when we focus on nurturing. We're going to be nurturing today around the thematic subject, Mind Over Matter. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. We are live on the Infinite Live stream, and we're here with you. I look forward to having you join us for the rest of service. We love you guys. Isn't it a great day? Isn't it a great day? Yes, it is. Let's start talking in the chat. Let's start sharing some love with each other. Let's get ourselves prepared for the Infinity Fellowship. See you in a minute. And we greet you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Infinity. Good morning. Good morning. And how are you today? It's great to see you. We're here. This is a beautiful Sunday morning. It is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there, to all the mommies, to all the mamis, to all of the madres, to all of the yayes, to all of the mamas, everybody. We're celebrating you today. What is it? A great day. It's the 12th day of May in 2024. This is the year of divine reciprocity. So listen, wherever you are coming from on the infinite stream, we invite you into the space of love, the vibrational space of infinity fellowship. And again, I am Jeff Obafemi Carr, also known as Rev Jeff here, and I'm excited that you have decided to join us to get your piece, your helping, your serving of spiritual food today. And we got a great helping for you. So I invite you to gather the family around, get your friends together. I know you've sent out the texts inviting people to join us on the stream today. We want to get those numbers up. We want to kick off Mother's Day with power and memory of all that is good. And so we invite you in this space right now to just take a deep breath in and out through your nose. Yeah, just like that. Find a space of stillness that is comfortable for you. That may be sitting upright. It may be pausing. Some of you like to cook with infinity. We should probably have a live stream show, Cooking with Infinity. And people are getting their morning coffee and their Sunday breakfast or brunch in order. And they like to put us on in the background. For this moment, put your breath into the foreground of your consciousness. Just breathing in and out slowly through your nose. Simply paying attention to the breathing itself. Not forcing it, not trying to control it, just letting it be. With each inhalation, making sure that it is a little more full. With each exhalation, making sure that it's a little more complete. And as the stillness approaches us, we release the need to bother with everything that's around us right now. We release the need to follow up on the details, to go over our list. We just simply breathe in right now and release things that we do not need. Turning that inward focus from the breath to the light that lives within us all. Centering the consciousness, the focus of that light to the area just below the belly, that area around your navel. With each inhale, that light grows a little bit brighter. And with each exhale, that light is released into the world to those who are in need of it. This light is peace. This light is joy. This light is your source. It's the God of your acceptance and understanding. It is the peace that you would feel for yourself, that you know through the stillness is accessible to you right now. Breathing in, breathing out. Holding space for the breath. and the infinite energy of life that we are grateful for. And now, with all heads bowed, all hearts open, all eyes closed, we speak to that infinite energy that we have now recognized, that we have been made aware that is always there with us all the time. Limitless and abundant Creator, we recognize you in this moment of gratitude as we begin this service that we call the Infinity Fellowship. And I just want to personally say thank you for this 10-year journey of goodness, this 10-year journey of uplifting, this 10-year journey of just being there and being able to be here for people who are traveling this journey, navigating this space of spirituality as we exist in these human bodies. We're grateful today that this is the day that we celebrate our mothers. We celebrate a sacred womb that we all emerge from. We celebrate those whose shoulders we stand upon. And as we recognize in gratitude, whether our mothers are physically walking among us in the body or they have transitioned to that space of life after life, we are ever grateful that all of us share this wonderful vessel in common. And so we embrace the gratitude that we were born in this world as healthy human beings, that we are able to interpret the sound of a voice or read words on a screen, or that we are able to acknowledge your divine presence in our life. And we give thanks to our ancestral mothers for that. We give thanks to our living mothers for that. We give thanks for all of the aunties out there who are pouring into their nieces and nephews, whether they're blood or whether they're just people who they have adopted and adapted their lives to. We give thanks to the big sisters out there and those who took people under their wings to make sure they were sheltered and they were covered. And even as we give thanks for our mothers today, we grant forgiveness to our mothers who may have struggled to do the best they could with what they had during our childhood. And that we always defer to a space of love. And even those moms who are struggling right now, we release that struggle into a space of gratitude and joy, and we speak alignment there. And so we cover without judgment those who may have made some missteps along the way, knowing that those missteps help tune us in to what we need to stand up more for in our own lives. And as sentient beings now, as grateful beings who are operating from the space of mother today, from the energy of the divine feminine today, from this energy of love today, we operate in gratitude. Thank you as these moms are celebrated, as these restaurants are full to bursting, as the floral industry is just jumping up and down and being excited, and the chocolate industry is just flowing around the United States right now. And as all of these toasts and celebrations will be made, let us not forget that the most important principle for us to embrace about today is the principle of nurturing, the principle of guidance and of love. And so I speak release to our mothers who are listening right now, who may have thought that they didn't get it exactly right, and they're not doing it exactly right, and they may feel overwhelmed in this moment right now. Give them the peace that passes all understanding, that they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do, and that all things are working for their good. And that generation upon generation, this mother principle is going to carry us, and it's going to guide us in a special way. And so from this space of nurturing, we speak, and I speak and proclaim blessings over the Taylor family right now. To our sister / mother, Daphne Taylor, to her family, to Akua and her siblings, and the passing and transition of brother William Bill Taylor, a legend in broadcasting who created television programming in Milwaukee and was around the world teaching people about being proud of who they are. We give thanks for his transition and speak that his ancestors will go and get him, deliver him into the spaces where he desires to be. And those of us who are here, may we continue to comfort each other in love as we give thanks for his powerful spirit and the spirits of those who have come before us. We give thanks for the family of Brother James C. Floyd, the Jefferson Street poet, everything that he poured into the world for us, all of the times that he listened and nurtured and spoke through his music in poems like Some Gentle Moving Thing, understanding that this consciousness energy is power. And so for those who came before, who taught those of us who are here, we are grateful today. And in this space of gratitude, I speak that something emerges from this service that will radically transform someone from a low place to a high space of understanding that you are always working to do good in our life. When we make that recognition, we walk in power. And for these things and others that we cannot put into words, we simply say, we are grateful. Breathe in together. Exhale, let it go. We proclaim it as such, and so it is. Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. It is done. Let us prepare for our pouring of libations. We're so grateful that you're joining us today at Infinity Fellowship. This is the part of the program, or part of the service, actually, part of the ritual, where we recognize those who have gone before. I'm lighting my Palo Santo stick. Y'all know I'm going to do my Palo Santo. We're going to do our sage. I'm going to do my copal. We're going to do our cleansing in the space. And it's interesting, those of you who've taken classes with me, you know that in traditions, whether that's in the Catholic Church with the frankincense and myrrh, or the ancient temples, there was something lit in the air. The lighting of candles is a practice as well. The concept that what you light comes into the air in a physical space so that you could actually see it, but the vapors are carrying those prayers into the heavens, into the atmospheres. And so, as we prepare to pour our libations today, we light this sacred incense and the candles, and we put ourselves in position to call out the names of those who have come before. They're called many things in many languages, the Sheps and Shepsut, the Egungun, the Egun. We call them the ancestors. Here in Infinity, I sometimes just say, your folks. So as we're thinking about your folks today, we want to pour a special libation, a pouring out of water. Water representing the living into the earth. It represents what happens to these physical earth suits when we no longer can use them. And that's a way all of us are going to go. But isn't it awesome that we get a chance to commemorate those who have come before? And when we do so, we say, mad respect. That I'm standing tall because I'm standing on somebody's shoulders who came before. And so those of you who are in the chat on the Infinite Life stream, if you want to remember a name or two of one of your ancestors, go on and type it into the chat box. You can also pour out some water at home, or you can call some names aloud when we invite you to in the space at Infinity. But we begin our libation by recognizing the power of the cool water. We live in this life, and we are primarily water. This planet that we live on is primarily water. And my father would always tell me cool heads prevail. So we've got to be the cool water, the Omi Tutu in the Yoruba language. That's what we pour today. And as we pour, we say, cool water, freshen our spirits, Ashe. Freshen and consecrate this house for spiritual work, Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors all together, Ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother, Father God, divine source and all creation, Ashe. Grant to us peace and prosperity, Ashe. We pour to the energy of the North, recognizing that we are deciding to be a yes today in this space. We pour, Ashe, to the energies of the South, recognizing who we are and whose we are, ashe. We pour to the energy of the east, knowing that the sun rose today. And so yesterday is gone. This is a moment for us to walk in the right now, ashe. To the energy of the west, when the sun goes down, the moon and the stars illuminate the night, reminding us that even when it's dark outside, the God of your acceptance and understanding will always send you a light just when you need it to guide your path, ashe. To this ground below us, understanding that when we root ourselves deeply, the wind may blow and it may bend us, but it is sure enough better to bend than it is to break, ashe. And of course, to the sky above us, the wonderful blank landscape where we have the opportunity to let our minds wander as we wonder, and wonder as we wander, as Langston Hughes would say, that we could bring into manifest reality those things that we find in purpose, ashe. And finally, to the seventh direction where all of these come together, it is a space of the human heart. It is a space where we center our energy, our light, and our life force in recognizing that all of these things from all of these directions are working for our good, ashe. So I invite you in this moment, those of us who've been in this space, when we're here on First Sundays, you hear names just popping up all over the place. You hear the names just coming around. There's an energy that's electric. We recreate that right now. So yes, you first timer. Yes, you who have experienced this ritual for the first time, consciously. Somebody has probably poured out for you and your family over the years and generations. The countless millennia that human beings have walked on this planet. But I want you in this moment to call aloud the names of those ancestors you want to recognize. And as we prayed earlier, we want to recognize the energies of Brother William Bill Taylor, ashe. Brother James C. Floyd, the Jefferson Street poet, ashe. And at this point, bring those names into the room. Tap your children and say, here, remember, tell me who you know. Tell me who you know. Let's call those names aloud as we pour these next few pours of water. Edwin H. Carr, Thomas Gussie Haynes, W. Carr, Haskell B. Carr, Queen Mother Bernice Brunson, Queen Mother Dorothy Smith, Queen Mother Bella Sewell, Queen Mother Zulmiers, Heather Carr, Edwin H. Carr, Larry Davis. Yes, Frankie Lane Davis, Larry Harris, all those are the ancestors. Ray Frazier, Eloise Frazier. And for the children in the world, womb and yet unborn, we say together, ashe, 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 oh, it is done and so it is. I am so pleased to be joined here today by the grandmother, not the grandmother, but the grandmother, the Infinity Fellowship, y'all. She's over there looking good today in her flower dress arrangement. She's wearing a design by Kenitha Carr with earrings that are oval with a bun on top, and radiant skin is shining all over the place. Y'all give it up, y'all. Share some love. Good morning to you. It's time for us to challenge each other to be in gratitude. And I'm in gratitude for everybody, y'all. I'm in gratitude for each and every one of you joining us today. I'm in gratitude I get to stand next to Lady Kenitha for a second. We get to say good morning to you, and you're going to say it back to us. So listen, however you translate good morning, whether it's grand rising, good old getting up, whatever you want to say, go ahead and sing it with us. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this chat box on fleek. We're going to get this thing blowing up for Mother's Day. Tell us who you are and one thing that you're grateful for. Type it in as you are singing, as we are saying good morning to you. Yes. To you. All right, y'all know how to do it. Start chatting. Share and link and subscribe and all of that as we say good morning to you. Come on, y'all. Y'all ready? Let it drop. Hey. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Ooh, split that screen. Bring the names up on that chat. Come on, let's see it. Good morning to you. Oh, yeah. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say, da 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 da. Hey, good morning this morning. Hey. We're typing in what we're feeling good about on this good morning, huh? And to all my kiddos waking up this morning, it's a good morning to you. Hey, hey, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Yes, good morning. Thank you, Lady Kanitha. We got some good morning gifts, wishes coming in for you on the screen as well. We got a couple of good happy Mother's Days coming in for you on the screen there. Good to see everybody who's grateful. Sister Christina's grateful for the If family, and Martin Turnley's grateful for the If family. We got Michelle Mayberry's in here from Texas, grateful for her beautiful mother. We're grateful, Jimmy Mack, for seeing you. Travis, we see you in there. This is Dr. Travis, man. Hey, man, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Good to have you on, everybody. We got new folks coming in today. Say hello, y'all. This is family moment, and you can see yourself there on the screen, right there on the screen, matter of fact, right, running up down next to you. Everybody's on the screen with us, so we can share that love wherever you are in the world. We are seeing you, Keisha. We're seeing you, Iris. We're seeing you, Travis. We're seeing everybody. We're seeing y'all, and the world is seeing y'all too, because this is how you generate gratitude in the space today. Listen, as we're continuing to see those gratitude moments pop up on the screen with us, we're reminded that we're ever grateful to welcome you to the Infinity Fellowship. This may be your first time coming to Infinity Fellowship, but I tell you what, we want to welcome you here in a very special and profound way. If you are a first-time visitor at Infinity Fellowship, if this is your first time joining us on the Infinite Live stream, go ahead and type in "first time" in the box. Y'all, we got people, the audience is growing. The people are clicking on our Infinite virtual stream right now. Listen, click on and say first time, and then guess what happens? Everybody else, y'all just jump on top of them with the love vibration. Send them a fire signal, send them a heart, send them a muscle arm, send them a prayer or high five, depending on how you interpret that symbol. I always say it's prayer, but some people tell me it's a high five, but it's both. Send it to them first time while we let you know that we appreciate you stopping in to see us today. I'm going to put a slide on the screen for our first time visitors, and I'm also going to put a link in the chat box. This will give you an opportunity to visit our visitors form. And when you visit the visitors form, go ahead and click on it, and that will just get a little bit of information on who you are. And if you hadn't done this yet, go ahead and do it, because we get to send you a loving card to let you know that we're thinking about you. And then in addition to that, we get an opportunity to give you an opportunity to join Infinity if you want to. Now, the visitors forum is just to say hello, but there is a little box down there. For those of you who are ready to begin the next level of your spiritual journey with Infinity Fellowship, we're getting ready for our summer new members orientation. So go ahead and click on that, and that will get you where you need to go. We also have it in all of the chats on all of the platforms. Again, as I welcome you today, this is Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, also known as Rev Jeff. And here at the headquarters of Infinity Fellowship, 641 West Nocturne Drive, we like to let you know that we see you for who you truly are. You're not just a spirit, or you're not just a human being who showed up to have a spiritual experience today. Guarantee you're going to have that if you open your heart. But really, it's the other way around. You're a spirit navigating the human experience just like the rest of us. And so we like to let you know that we see the real you. We appreciate you. We see you typing in the chat, and we are very grateful for you. Take a deep breath with me here and exhale. And I want you just to hold your hands up to the screen wherever you are. If you're with somebody, hold your hands up to them. Just go tell them, say, hey, listen, I got something to tell you. And you may not have talked to them all morning, but you can tell them this, and I guarantee you it's going to change their lives. So wherever you are, know that everybody around the globe is speaking this same welcome to you. And even if you're a regular person that comes every Sunday, we speak this every Sunday to each other as a reminder of how awesome the light of the God of your acceptance and understanding is in you. Take a deep breath, exhale, release. Repeat this joyfully with me. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You're a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me, where I can let you know that you are not alone. I'm with you. We're with you. And you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You're so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? I know the real you, and I see you shining today. I feel you shining today. I know you're shining today. So welcome to Infinity. Welcome home. I say, oh, come on, hey, get your party on, shake it out now, dance out now, get it up, stand up, stretch it out, call somebody, say, hey, I'm here, good to see you, Andrew, welcome on in, first time, Andrew, welcome on in here, we're grateful to have you too. Courtney, good to see you. Christina, good to see you. Aya, hey, everybody's in the house today. Yeah, Phyllis, good to see you. Oh, hey. Yeah, that's our shake a leg moment, y'all. When y'all come see us on first Sunday, especially those of you who are in Nashville, come to see us first Sunday of the month. Our next in-person gathering will be June 2nd, and you all know at that moment, everybody just jumps up, starts dancing, goes to the lobby, gets some coffee and some tea. So that's during this time that we get. You take yourself a little coffee break in a moment, But before you take that coffee break, we're going to do something that is very important, is very valuable to our spiritual practice. It is a cornerstone practice of our spiritual practice, and that is giving. It's offering time at Infinity. Woo, woo, woo. So we take this energy that we've gotten, we've prayed to the God of our understanding and opened and acknowledged that portal. We have poured libations to stand on the shoulders of those who come before. We have started a gratitude chain in this place, and we have now acknowledged and welcomed into the space first timers. So guess what? It's now time for us to practice our giving. It's time where we put our money where our spiritual focus is. That's the Infinity Fellowship. Thank you so much for all that you do and you continue to pour into this community. We know you see it in your lives, in the relationships that you have that are healing or healed, in the physical body and physical health that you have, your mind state. This month we've been focusing on mental health. This is the time where we acknowledge that gratitude comes from a giving spirit. And so we know that we serve an abundant and infinite universe. So at this time, we want to prepare the gifts that we want to give back financially, pouring back into the spiritual community that pours so much into all of us, myself included. And so we're grateful in this moment to be able to give via Cash App. We can give via PayPal. We can give via mail to 641 West Nocturne Drive. And if you're international, as many people are with Infinity now in our infinite life stream, you can give by emailing PayPal, infinitynashville@gmail.com. Don't worry, we've got a slide. So we'll have that for you, and we'll put that up in a moment. But right now, we want to supercharge our offering. Those of you who have been practicing this principle of tithing and seeing the benefit of taking 10% of what you receive and pouring it back to where you receive your spiritual food, you've seen some power come to you. Those of you who are moved to give whatever amount it is, when the universe speaks to you and says, hey, this is what you do, that's the offering too. Tithes and offerings. So we're in this moment, this sacred moment of giving. Let us complete this circle together by turning to our offertory affirmation. And it's on the screen for you at this time. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Feel that spirit of good. And let's speak it together. Oh, limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess. You have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken. And so it is. Let us give it this time. And we're going to sing this wonderful song as we're giving it. The giving is on the screen. Everything is good. Let me hear you say it. Everything is good. Come on now. Everything is good. Let me hear you. Everything is good and I've got it. Do you got it? I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. It's so simple. You can sing it as we give right now. Come on. Everything is good. Hey, everything
Hey, everything is good. Yes, it is. I said everything is so good. Everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, you've got it good. I've got it. Yes, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. Yeah. Woo!
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Hold on to make sure I hit my last little. I got to do my thing too. I love to give it the same time as everybody else. So I want to make sure that Cash App went through, and it did. So I'm excited. I'm excited. When people say, how do you have such a great attitude about things? Well, it's also because I know that, I'm breathing. I'm here. We're here in a space where we can live and walk our dreams and our divine purpose. That's something to celebrate. And so this spirit of abundance comes from opening our hearts and pouring back in. And y'all, it works. I'm telling you. And so for those of you who have felt that energy now, you know what it does for you. That's why we can continue to grow. We're continuing to glow in this space. And so grateful for you joining us today, especially all of our new first timers. Great to have you in this space. So new first timers, is that a oxymoron? New first. Oh, well, wait till the coffee kicks in and we'll answer that question. Time for a few morning announcements. If you want to grab a cup of coffee, grab a cup of tea, that's great. Also at this time, if you want somebody to experience what you're experiencing now, that feeling that you have, that light, that joy, go ahead and hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up button on YouTube so the algorithm will let our people know that we are actually on. And if you're on Facebook, hit the like. You can also hit the retweet. If you're on X, it's now X. If you're on X, we are broadcasting live on X as well. Wherever you are, hit the share button. Send a text to somebody and say, look, I'm in this space right now that is reminding me of who I am, and I know how great you are. So join me as well. Even somebody what I used to tell people is get the people who don't like you and send them that as well. Say, hey, I love you enough as a spirit to share something good with you too. Watch how those relationships are healed. All right, y'all, it's 2024. This is the year of divine reciprocity. One definition of reciprocity is the equal exchange or interchange. The law of attraction teaches us that what we put into the universe is attracted to us. So we're excited to invite you to empower yourself continually by speaking aloud our daily mantra for the year. That's every single day. I am that I am. I give, I get, I got it good. Let's say it together. I am that I am. I give, I get, I've got it good. Great. Sunday services continue, you all, as we have been. First of the month, our Sunday services are there. We love to see you all in the space. Keep us lifted as we continue to redefine what even church looks like or spiritual community looks like. And we're doing it here at Infinity Fellowship, you all. We get in here on the first Sundays and we kick it like nothing nice, but something awesome. Second Sundays like today, third Sundays like next Sunday if teaches, and fourth Sundays, which are yoga Sundays, we are virtual. So please make sure you keep that note. We love everybody that's come and said, you know what, I remembered y'all were virtual, but I was in the parking lot doing service with you because I just like to hang out. I love it. I love it. Come see us in First Sunday, and we're going to be absolutely be okay. We want to add that this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. We should be snapping all over the place because we do not shy away from mental health here at Infinity. It's time for us to embrace the mind part of the mind, body, spirit pyramid. These are each Sunday's topics. Last week, if you didn't get a chance to catch the replay, catch it. It'll change your life. What's on your mind? Today, Mind over matter. Next Sunday, we are excited and delighted to be hosting mental health professionals in the room with us, on the stream with us, who will be helping us determine the faces of ACEs. ACEs are adverse childhood experiences. How do we heal from childhood trauma? Real talk, y'all. We're taking the ACEs test next week. All of us, you're going to take it from home to determine what traumatic experiences you may have had as a child that are affecting you right now and potentially your health in the long term. Real talk. Don't you love it? Fourth Sunday, we're going to be chanting for restoration with Yoga Sunday, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. This is Mother's Day, y'all. And we want to remind you of how awesome you are. Last Sunday, we gave out gift bags. Sister Angela Mitchell brought in some gift bags as well. We gave out bracelets. We gave out plants. We gave it out last week. So mamas, y'all remember that, and tell somebody Happy Mother's Day in the chat today. Tell somebody, because again, somebody may not have biological children, but they've been more of a mother to people in their communities. We got play mamas in our community. People, who is that? My play mama. What does that mean? They're my play mama. That's how we do it. Some of us had play mamas when we were in school, and some people, classmates that were play mamas in the same grades. We won't talk about that right now. What are we doing this summer, y'all? We're doing something amazing. You remember Vacation Bible School? Remember that in church? And it was so much fun. And you know, you got away from traditional church and you said, man, what am I going to do with myself, with my kids to teach traditions? Well, guess what? We've solved that. Our first annual Vacation Spirit School. VSS, baby, June 26th through 28th. It's fun for the entire family, 6 to 8 p.m. It's going to be evenings. Kids and adult classes on world religion, spirituality, holistic health, and more. Campfire and car riding songs from across faith traditions, games, contests, food, and fun. It's free, but registration will be required because you all know we are in at the space where we're gonna get pretty big quick this summer, and we need a space to exist in that is going to accommodate all of us. And as we are getting accommodated, we are making sure that we have enough space for everybody who's going to register for the first annual Vacation Spirit School. So look for the link next week. We're going to drop it. Those of you who are joining, you're in the band app, you'll get it early, but we want to make sure that you register, the kids and yourselves, the adults. We're going to be up here getting deep and having fun, and then it's going to be off the chain. Those are going to be some powerful days in June. Listen, today is a day where we want to commemorate our graduates. Da, 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 dum, dum, boom. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I should have thought about? I should have put that on, and because it's I think it's public use. I think you can by now it's in infinite or open domain. You can use that, but we'll figure that out. We'll get that going. But if you want to put it up on YouTube, baby, Pomp and Circumstance. If you're at home, you can put on your Pomp and Circumstance, and we will continue to play that under here as we recognize our graduates. Listen, it's important for us to celebrate those who have come before, and there's no greater way that you can celebrate it. Thank you, Mother. As we hear it coming through, we want to say that we celebrated. Listen to that. Bring it down a little under now, there we go. This is our Graduate Sunday that we're going to celebrate our graduates. Listen, you all, we are so proud of you. And thank you to everyone who submitted. We put the call out last week to say if you have a graduate or you're a graduate, go ahead and send us to Infinity Nashville your headshot. Send us your information so we can celebrate you all. Families around the world, we are going to turn now to our celebration of our graduates. Our first graduate, we're going to go back a little bit because I like the effect. Our first graduate coming out from East Nashville, Magnet High School, Mr. Daniel Selassie. Carr, also known as Daniel's son. Daniel has come out and he is graduating, and we are so very proud of him. And we're speaking that his energy will continue to grow and to glow at his next level of schooling as he is commencing. Very proud, good-looking young man there. Congratulations to young Daniel of East Nashville Magnet High. Give him some snaps in the chat, y'all. Let's go nuts. So we get the opportunity to go nuts. Next, we have a wonderful, loving, and we get to share the last name that I love. She's part of the McFadden Ketchum clan as well, and the Carr clan with Sister Karen and Brother Andrew, Sister Celie. Celiona looking all gorgeous and ready for television. She is graduating from pre-K. So she is entering the official world of education, primary education. Congratulations, Celie. You look absolutely beautiful, my dear. We got a picture of her brother. He hadn't graduated yet, so we're going to save that up for him for graduation in there. Our next is distinguished graduate is a young lady we've had the privilege of watching grow up here at Infinity. Sister Kalia King. So congratulations, Charlie, Shakira, the King family. We're just so happy that she has grown. I know she's just grown up, had a great career, and is finishing at Nashville Big Picture High School. Kalia is ready for the world, ready to engage with her life and dreams, and we are so proud of you, sister. We're so proud of you and your entire family. Another young lady that we're welcoming into the space today, virtually. We know she's here, her whole family's here, and we know that she is not playing. Sister Carmen Ridley. Carmen of the Voices of Infinity, y'all. Carmen is in New York, and she is graduating from Pace University, y'all. Looking awesome, and we've watched her grow up from a tiny. She was knee-high to a grasshopper, and she is there shining in the world. We're so excited that she's doing that, and bless you, Ridleys and Alicia, Aaron, the whole family, all of y'all. What a great fruit from that tree. And I got to tune into her senior presentation. It was a wonderful experience. Next, we have coming all the way from San Antonio, Texas, the historic William J. Brennan High, Brother Curtis Sharp, looking sharp and awesome. Now, I was like, did he graduate from college or grad medical school? What was that? Sister Christy and family, the Sharp family, we send love to you all down there in Texas and just say that we are so proud of Brother William and everything that he has facing him. And his life is going to be bright. He is looking forward to a great future, and we're celebrating with you all in the space today. We are so glad to have the Sharps as a family here and to be able to celebrate Brother William, man, looking great. And finally, last but not least, for our rounds here, we have the man who made it possible for us to talk to you today when he came in and rewired our sound system, Brother DeAndre Thomas. Dre, a musical producer, an artist, so many things. A young scholar. We've seen him since he was in high school. He's grown up. Brother coming out of Middle Tennessee State University with that bachelor's degree. We are seeing you shine, young man, and we are so proud of you. And Takita and Dre, the other, just everybody there. Yanni, the entire family. We know you're proud because we are bursting to the seams, y'all. And so we say, to the class of 2024, congratulations. We are excited and so grateful to have you here. You all, I meant to mention, and I'm pretty sure that some of you have already done it, that we have standing ovations today. And Tony, did you put that link in there, Tony, earlier in the chat? Okay, well, we'll see if we got it. If you got a standing ovation, we've got just about a minute to put that in. So just type the link in. And I think we do have some standing ovations. Some people have already gotten in there, which I think is beautiful. So we've got standing ovations. We want to celebrate you. That is an accomplishment that you've made. something that you've seen manifest as a result of your spiritual practice, and that chat is either there on the scan if you want to hold your phone up, or you can just click on the link that is in the chat as well and get that in as quickly as you possibly can so that we can begin to celebrate that with you. All right, so we've got at least 1 or 2 standing ovations coming in, so we want to make sure that if you have anything else, you give it to us and we'll give it. So Lady Kenitha, you want to come up and tell us about how we do our standing ovations? Yes, we are. It's time for standing ovations.
Tune your vibration to a high elevation. It's time for the good news, our standing ovation. Woo! Yes, it is now time for our standing ovation. So something that we do here at IF is that we want to celebrate you. So if you've accomplished something that has been awesome this week, we want the chance to applaud you in all of the things and the great things that you are doing. And we always look at those tools for SNAP, our spirituality, nurturing, our action, and the proof. And you know, it's important. This is why we have standing ovations, so that we know that there is proof when we are doing all of these miraculous things in our lives. So here's what's going to happen. When your name is called, please stand wherever you are, okay? And we are going to snap for you during that time. And then guess what? This is the best part. At the very end, we are all going to do a crazy standing ovation to celebrate and affirm you. And that's the awesome
That's
part.
going to be awesome. And Tony, we can take the screen off the bottom here since we've got the link in the chat and everybody's in there. We know that some people have already shared some standing ovations throughout the work week. So we want to continue to let you know. I want to give, you want to give a standing ovation for some firsts that happened this weekend in our family, young lady, while we have.
Did we give though? What? My mind. What I was thinking about, y'all, and I'm thankful. Oh, Kentucky Kingdom. Yes, you can share. What I am thankful for, though, is that I have been able to make it through slightly with this cicada thing that is going, that is absolutely obnoxious. And there was one in the car, and thankfully I said it must have been Grammy or it was my mommy who looked out and made sure that cicada, I didn't have to deal with the cicada. It was on his side while he was driving. So I am blessed about that cicada thing.
The cicada thing, yeah, the cicada thing. The cicada can be a challenge, and it can be, and that's going to be fine. Yes.
Okay, so you want me to go ahead and share about
Yes,
Kentucky?
Go ahead and share that.
Okay, so this is for Kai and Kamaria who are out there today. So yesterday they went on a band trip and as well as strings trip to Kentucky Kingdom, where it was like an awards type of thing for music and that. So they were able to play. I know for a fact, I haven't heard what awards that Megs received, but I do know that East did place. I think they got first place in one of the superior category. And so they were talking about how well the students did. So shout out to Mr. Johnson for really working with our babies. And this being Kai's last year for 8th grade, that she's moving on as a freshman in high school. So yes, and then Kamaria with strings, and she plays the viola and Kai plays the saxophone.
Oh, that's awesome. See, they got that, and it's seeing these kids do great things is absolutely awesome. And we've got a few here that we want to celebrate with you. I've got coming up. Let's go to. Yes, we got some, y'all. We appreciate you. Let me click on the right date to make sure I got everybody right. Okay, good. First one goes to Brother Tony and Signaris. Tony's also working our tech today. Tony had the opportunity yesterday to act in a Bridgerton-themed Met Gala as a guardsman. Not only was it a fun experience, the hosts and invitees were very warm and welcoming that I was allowed to mix and mingle, including celebrating my birthday there. Oh, snap, snap, Tony.
1, 2.
Tony gets double happy.
He got paid
for it on his birthday.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Tony. Tony's approaching
Always
grown
hold it
mandom. He's
down.
in there.
Man.
All right, brother Terrell Lindsley. Great. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Terrell, for letting us know. This is a standing ovation for the entire community. It is the 1-year anniversary of Love and Light, our midweek interactive experience on the Band app, y'all. If y'all have joined Infinity, y'all know that Love and Light is off the chain. So thankful to share this space with my amazing spirit mate and this beautiful community. That is it. Thank you. And Leslie's, y'all know, y'all have been holding it down. We invited them to take charge of that space, Love and Light, Wednesday night conversation that supports what we teach here at Infinity, and they have just taken it to a next level. See how quickly a year goes by. Congratulations. If you haven't been there, y'all hop on there. It's on Wednesday nights at 7 in the Band app. And we're looking forward to having you in there. All right, we got Trina and Kim Jackson. Hey, y'all, what's happening? We are celebrating our first Mother's Day with our children. Reese, 3-year-old, and Khalil, 1 month. Happy Mama's Day. Love y'all, love it, love it. Congratulations. Many more to come. Many more to come. Take a minute to get a break. That 3-year-old and one. Oh Lord, I'm mercy. Remember those days. We're here for you though. We're here for you. This whole community is sending you love. Christina Trotta's in there. She is putting a name in there and said, "My grandson Lakai has been accepted to Morehouse College." Christina's in the house. Oh, Rihanna's in the house. Rihanna, we miss you. We were thinking about you the other day. Rihanna Michelle says, "I graduated from a 2-year fellowship from Union Seminary. Rise Together Women of Color in Ministry. I'm grateful for spiritual growth and deep dive into my spiritual leadership calling, dedicating to my mentor, Kifu Farouk, who passed this week to the ancestors. Sending water out for him, sending them in there. That energy is now living in you, Sister Rihanna. Congratulations. What a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing. Okay, those are the ones that we have there. And I think there were a couple that got into the box. I'm going to read a couple from the box today simply because I gave it a little late. So that's on me. Sister Aya says, "Grateful for Ona at TSU, who has completed her freshman year." Not only she completed her freshman year, but she completed it with a 4.0 GPA while being very active on campus and volunteering in the community.
Oh my goodness, what a blessing!
She's a genius. 4.0, that's what we expect. But we also celebrate it. Because, you know, we know the Anelli's got some high standards and we love it. Sister Tanita, congratulations to my son, Christopher Rogers, for graduating from North Carolina A&T State University. Okay, Aggies. Received a Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering and has a job at P&G in Missouri. Ashe. Come on. Getting out with a job in biomedical engineering from in North Carolina A&T. Shout out to my buddy Donovan Moxley. He's went to Tennessee State together, but he also went to A&T in engineering. So we know how strong those programs are there. It's a great school. What a great energy in the space today. And I think that's got us, Mom, caught up today. Well, I think we have one more. Let me think. One more. Yes. Thea Jones. You know, I'm looking at this camera just like that because that's my side eye. Because today is the birthday of Terrence Ortega Brown. And so we are sending you a shout out, my brother, of love, wave vibrations that you cannot imagine. To Brother Terrence, we send it to you. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm glad you snuck that in there, Thea. Because I would have been like, well, what's up? That made everybody. T names in May. What you gonna do with them? What you gonna do with them? All right, so what we do, Mama?
Was that okay? So we are at the point where we are going to give a standing ovation. So if you shared, I want you to have a seat, okay? While the rest of us, come on, y'all, the rest of us around the world, we're gonna go crazy with this standing ovation, okay? Here we go. Woo!
Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What a wonderful energy, y'all. Are y'all ready for the message here? Yeah. We're ready for some good energy in the space today. We're ready to get this energy flowing and going. Today's meditation, I offer to you from the spirit and energy of Abraham Hicks. Abraham reminds us that we have an opportunity to make a shift, even when it's sometimes difficult. Abraham says, if we were to ask you to go from despair or depression or powerlessness to joy, first of all, you're nowhere near joy. You couldn't find that. But you could find something that feels a little better and feels a little better. And so our encouragement is reach for the best feeling thought that you can find. And when you find it, notice that you feel better. And be glad that you focused and that you accomplished that. And it's our promise to you. You can work your way out of anything. Go ahead and just get 3 deep breaths on that one alone. So I promise to you, you can work your way out of anything. Mind over matter. Mind over matter. We think about this concept of mind over matter. I think about things that we would like to control, things that creep into our consciousness space that come into our mind that truly matter to us. And there are some things that we do not control that come into our consciousness space that drive us absolutely out of our minds. One of the things that I'm thinking about is my home city of Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm thinking about not just the plethora of things that could drive you crazy, from displacement to confusing tax structures to gentrification to colonialism on some levels to a disproportionate executing of contracts from government to people who are paying taxes, to a lack of affordability in housing and lack of options and in equity and all of these wonderful things. But one thing that definitely most people can relate to in any growing, sprawling metropolitan complex is traffic. Whoa, my Lord. I remember we used to go to other cities and say, the traffic is bad. Now Nashville, the traffic is bad. There are videos out there of people saying, hey, we're full, stop coming. You know, there's a lot of things that are happening in this city, and we don't get to control the growth, but we can always control how we drive when we're on the interstate. And I was thinking just the other day, if we could come up with a new primer for people in this city, primer on how to drive. It seems like there was a primer in New York that New York people knew how you drive a certain way. You knew you were driving fast, bumper to bumper, but if somebody put on a blinker, immediately they got over. And there was this ballet where everybody danced together. LA, you knew to wait for the green light to get onto the 10. And you knew that if people were driving really, really fast, there were going to be 6 lanes of traffic, and your job was just to keep up. Even in the ATL, when you are driving aggressive and moving and there's a lot of traffic, you have this kind of common language. But somehow in this growing metropolitan metropolitan complex that I call Nashville, Tennessee, that I call home, that I've been in since I was a little bitty boy and traveled around the world, but always rested my head on a pillow. Here it gets to be a challenge because when New York people come, they're driving a certain way, and LA people come and they're driving a certain way, and people from international communities that may not have the same system of traffic that we have are driving a certain way, and elderly people in the city are driving the old way, and new people are driving the newly discovered way, and young people are just getting their licenses. It can drive you crazy, especially when you're caught in a traffic jam. And you got somewhere to be, and you sit in this wall-to-wall, back-to-back traffic, and no matter what city you're in, you probably experienced this, that you go through all of this only to realize that after you sat in this traffic jam, there was one car that had stalled on the interstate and was halfway on the road and halfway on the shoulder. And that one car created a log jam. They created this backup space where there was no longer any free flow. There was only expressions of anger and frustration and doubt. I should have programmed the other way. I should have checked the route first. I should have got out a little bit earlier. I should have got out a little bit later. All of this by one factor that caused the log jam. And yes, it can be frustrating to go through that and get up to that point and say, it was just a car halfway off the shoulder, or it was just three people watching one little guy dig a hole. And this whole thing stopped traffic forever, because that's how blockages work. One little blockage can stop the entire mechanism. One little piece of lint in the wrong place, one little piece of plastic in the wrong place at the bottom of your high-tech industrial washing machine can cause the machine to back up or flood, and your entire household is caught up in a log jam. One little blockage. But what if you have mentally tons of blockage? What if you are trying to get to a space of peace? You're trying to get to a space of gratitude. You're trying to get to a space where your cosmic flow is in place, and yet you seem to be stuck, backed up, stacked up, log jammed to the space where you can't even move. You're paralyzed. And that paralysis is in a lower place. When we're talking about mind over matter, we're talking about the cosmic mind. Your mind is connected to a larger infinite consciousness that gives you a superpower as long as you don't abdicate your throne. See, we always give power to the circumstances. And the reality is, your cosmic consciousness, your mind over the things that matter are bigger. Your mind is bigger than the circumstances that you exist in. You got a right to choose. You got A, you got the, you got what. You got all of these individual singular words, but these three words are the three words that I want to focus on today. A, somebody say A. Somebody say the. And then somebody say what? Now you got to say it like that. You can say what? All right, infinite streamers, that you at home, type that in. Type in A. Type in the. Type in what? Those are the three things that we're going to talk about when we talk about practicing mind over matter. And the first thing that I'm going to give you when we talk about practicing mind over matter is very, very simple. That first point is practicing mind. Sorry, we're going to take it back. We got it. It's all right. Practicing mind over A. Remember I said A. A is the first word. Practicing mind over a matter requires choosing action over reaction when faced with challenging situations. See, the first thing that you're going to practice when you talk about mind over matter is practicing mind over a matter. A is a singular matter. It is a situational matter. It is a cosmic matter. It is a circumstantial matter, if you will, because you don't get to control the circumstances, but you do get to control how you react to the circumstances. Remember the quote that Abraham had. It says that you get this opportunity to choose. And yeah, you can't go from, I feel like I'm of no value in this world, to, oh, the joy that floods my soul. I know. So look, y'all like, Rev, this is it. We talk about law of attraction. Those of you who've been a part of this understanding of the law of attraction, if you studied the physical laws and the metaphysical laws and the laws of physics, and you understand how things work, you also know that you don't get to things by extremes. And I will tell you, when we say, hey, listen, we want to see a change in our life, you don't always have to go extreme, because if extreme is not sustainable, you're going to dig a deeper pit for yourself. So sometimes you have to do it in degrees. You have to get up in the morning. You got up today. You tuned into infinity. You're in this space where I'm saying, I'm feeling good and I want to feel good, but I got up this morning feeling bad. Well, guess what? Could you at least take a few deep breaths to stop the momentum? Could you at least begin to program your thoughts with a memory of the things that you have overcome instead of the things that you are failing at? You have a matter in front of you. And when you develop a spiritual practice of consistency, you begin to remind yourself that you are an overcomer, that you are not a person who succumbs to circumstance. In that way, you begin to encounter the circumstance instead of the circumstance encountering you and guiding your actions. You begin to be the change maker. You begin to be the X factor. You begin to recognize that when you're operating from a thesis, from a foundational understanding that all of these things are working for your good, then you act a little bit differently than a person who's just reacting, being slung every which way but loose by the circumstances that appear. Circumstances ain't going anywhere anytime soon. When you're faced with a circumstance, when you're practicing mind over a matter, you are saying, how am I going to interact with the circumstance? Am I going to let this circumstance convince me that I am something other than I know I am? I am the divine and infinite being, made in the infinite likeness of an infinite being and an infinite cosmos. That's who I am. I'm going to get mad because somebody threw something and it almost hit my tennis shoes. I'm going to be mad because somebody who is not operating from a higher vibration encounters me. And I have the opportunity to either jump down on their negative level and interact with them, or continue to be my high self. I choose the high self. And sometimes the high self is not always being bright and smiley. I like to think it is, and I try to practice that. But sometimes it's just being neutral and saying, you know what? Exit stage right. I refuse to give my energy to a space that is going to make me be negative, or make me create a self-defining prophecy where I'm angry at myself because I reacted to something when I knew better than to react. And that is being mindful. We hear this term thrown out a lot, mindfulness. It's being mindful all the time of who you are and why you are here. That brings me to the next point. We talk about practicing mind over a matter. It's practicing mind over the matter. Mind over the matter means remembering why you are here and governing yourself accordingly. Remembering why you are here. You have done your purpose work. You have followed your laws. You have opened your heart to be a giving spirit. You have gotten up in the morning, and even though the circumstances tried to tell you they were negative, you were so grateful that you were able to get up when somebody across the street did not. leaving their family in chaos and hurt, wondering what's going to happen to them next. But you didn't. You got up this morning. And so you were able to reshape your mind in a space that gave you a memory of you've been doing your work in your purpose. And that is what remembering why you are here is about. Because when you recall who you are, you change the way that you interact with your circumstances. Were you born in this world to act a donk on people when they mess with you? Is that your divine purpose? My divine calling is to get people right. Okay? And that's it. You're going to spend your entire life criticizing people. My divine right is to be the person that's going to go off at the drop of a hat. That's who God created me to be. I'm created to be someone who is going to wreck shop and cause utter destruction in the lives of everybody I interact with. I was born to make people hate me. Hallelujah. See how absurd that sounds? See how absurd that feels? Circumstances trick us into thinking that, though, because we put ourselves, we choose to put ourselves around people who make us go off all the time. And then we got the nerve to brag about it. Oh, I had to get my cousin them straight. I had to get them straight at work. They always trying to push me, but I'm not the one. I'm going to do, and we go back and forth with pride about intersecting ourselves voluntarily with negativity. Who's proud of that? The reason why I say that is because, and we talk about this next week with ACEs, this has a physical and a physiological and a psychological and emotional effect on you. When you're engaging in the negative, when you're choosing to give in to the circumstances, when you're allowing yourself to be so overwhelmed that you can't dig yourself out, it has a psychological effect on you in the long term. That's why our lifespans get shorter. That's why we carry stress into our senior years, and we worry about things that we cannot control. And we are eaten up from the inside with dis-ease. Release that. Remember why you were here. You were here to be a divine spark of all creation, to join the other sparks in a fire that is continuous and beautiful and growing and healing. You were born to do something great in this world. This is Mother's Day. You were born to be a great mother as part of your divine purpose. This is a recognition that you are great, that you are born with a light in you. When you remember that, that is the being the definite article, the matter, the only matter. That is the thing that matters most. That you are walking in your divine purpose and that you are proud. I had a moment myself. You see, I don't want y'all to think that I'm living this Pollyanna lifestyle. I had a moment myself when I forgot, because I felt so many circumstances last week were coming at me in so many different directions, and I took a deep breath and just put my head down. And I said, you know, I never really put my head down like that, but I started thinking, why is this happening to me? And I was transported back 2 decades or more to when I had the same feeling. And the Spirit said, it's not about you, it's about how you intersect with larger creation. I put you on this earth to be a reflection of me, and not to put yourself wrapped up in your own ego about why things are happening. Why is it happening to you? Because it's happening to everybody. But I gave you the gifts to navigate these circumstances, and that's why I started spelling my name in the little lowercase Jeff Obafemi Carr. I had to have a mindful memory of that myself. I had to have a mindful memory, a moment where I said, it's about how do I contribute the gift that I'm supposed to contribute to the world? And when I'm focused on that, then the I gets a little smaller. And I become a part of this ocean of creation, just as you have. Put your mind back on the matter. Understand that you are here for a reason, because the matter is the mission, the assignment, the purpose that you were born for. And when you know that purpose, you have no problem walking in that purpose. You walk in that purpose so calm. Baby, there was a Kaditha, I don't call you baby and Kaditha, people know. I call my wife baby, babylicious. I got all kind of wonderful names for her. But baby, it's a story I reminded of Guy walking by. I think it's a variation of the story told of the Good Samaritan. That's in the biblical text. But there's another story told in modern colloquialisms of a guy who's walking down the city street and he falls through this grate. And he falls down too far. It's too deep for him to climb out. And so he starts calling out and he's like, hey, hey, hey. You know, he sees a priest walk by. And he's like, hey, hey, hey. The priest looks down and he said, hey, what are you doing? He said, man, I fell down this hole. I'm hurt, man. I need a little help. I got to get out of here. He said, oh, surely. He writes a prayer on a piece of paper and folds it and throws it down to him. He said, that'll help you out. And the man looks at the prayer and the priest walks by. He says a prayer. It doesn't really work. Doesn't levitate him off the ground. So he's sitting there. He hears some more footsteps go by. He sees a guy peer over the edge. It's a doctor. He's like, a doctor. Hey, man, look, can you help me out? I'm stuck down here, fell down this hole. He said, oh, man, what did you hit? He said, man, I hit my ankle. He said, oh, man, okay, not supposed to do this. But he writes a quick prescription and throws it down in the hole for him. He said, that'll help you with the pain. And he walks on. So the guy's distraught. He's just distraught. And so he's still laying in that hole. Finally, he hears some more footsteps and he sees a face peer over the side. And it's a friend of his. Somebody who's known him for a long time. He's like, man, I'm so glad you showed. What are you doing here? He said, man, I'm in this hole. He said, oh, yeah, I see, man. He said, you all right? He said, no, I'm not all right. I'm stuck in this hole. Can you help me out? He said, yeah, man, of course. And he jumps down into the hole with him. And the man says, what are you doing, fool? We're both in the hole now. You jumped down here. I was trying to get out. And the man's just perfectly calm. The friend's perfectly calm. He said, what are you worried about? He said, now we're both stuck in the hole. He said, yeah, we're both down here, but I've been down here before and I know the way out. You see, when you attach to who you're supposed to be, when you give that purpose space, then even when people are in low places, you can assist them without adapting and adopting to the low vibration yourself. Because you have a confidence to help people. And if the people need help for you to sit and hold space, then you hold space. Mental health. If you need somebody who needs to help you get into a therapy environment with a trusted therapist who's going to help you heal and give you practical tools, that's jumping down in that hole and knowing the way out. When you need somebody who is going to show up for you, who is just going to sit there sometimes and just listen when you need to rant. You may have to do the ranting. You might be the person who is receiving the ranting, but you know that that is about providing a space where people can feel heard, but you're also helping elevate by remembering why you are here. Last point that I'll give you, we talk about mind over matter. The last point is reminding that a mind over what matters. That's the last word. What? Somebody say what? Say what? Mind over what matter prevents us from mindlessly planting the seeds of the very fruit that poisons us the most. Somebody in the chat say, be careful what you focus on. Somebody in that chat just type that. Somebody needs to see that. Somebody needs to see that on the infinite stream. They need to see that. Be careful what you focus on, because you get what you focus on as you get what you are, not what you want. You begin to focus on this. That is what the ultimate principle of mindfulness is. It is what is filling your mind. Mindfulness, ness being a current state, something that is there, full, something that is abundant and overflowing. Mind, what is in your mind? Are you counting all of the negative feelings that you're having beyond moving toward healing, but are you sitting in them for the sake of identifying them so that you can heal from them, or are you sitting in them to help create a self-inflicted vortex of woe is me? And this is a difficult moment right now. I'm not going to say it's difficult. Yes, I am, because it is. It can be difficult. It can be difficult because we give ourselves a preponderance of negative things. And sometimes it's from the environment that we came from, where people pointed out the negative. And they reminded us that we were not special. Or they told us that we thought too much about ourselves and we should have. And much of the time, the people who were doing this, even if they were friends, even if they were parents, even if they were relatives, even if they were professors, even if they were teachers, they were often expressing to you how they felt about themselves and not anything true about you. And because they felt as if they didn't accomplish something, the only way to truly pour into you was not to pour into you so that you could exceed and so that you could walk in their dreams. But sometimes it's the other way around. It's to tear you down. And because of that, we tend to go into a space where we continue to list everything that's negative. And when we look around, our cognitive bias will find all the evidence we need. Nobody loves me, baby. Nobody seems to care. Nobody loves me, baby. Nobody seems to care. Speaking of bad luck and trouble, well, you know I had my share. I know, it's the blues. It's an important part of our culture. Blues has its moments. Part of the blues that people don't understand is blues is an expression of an exhale of a pain or emotion so that it does not become a part of your physiology. But some people like to just sit in it anyway so they can create the feeling of woe is me that they never get out of. Then they can become a victim and say, this is the world that I was born into. Well, the reason you were born into this world was to change it, to elevate it for the future world that is coming. And the future world is a world of good. Mindfulness. Mindful of a breath. Take a deep breath. Exhale, let it go. You did that. So if you can count the bad, I want to ask you, can you count the good? Can you count the good? Can you help me in this space? If you are here, my tech crew is here. We are here in this space. Can you count those good things in your life? Can you begin to count them right now? On my infinite live stream, can you begin to count? There it is. If you can count right now with me. If you can name one good thing. Infinite live streamers, wherever you are, I don't care if you just tuned into this broadcast, name me one good thing in your life. Just put one good thing in your life right now. Put it in this chat box right now. One good thing in your life right now. I am good right now because I'm able to stand upright. I am good right now because my vocal cords are working. I am good right now because I made it from point A to point infinity, safe and sound. I am good right now because my children are breathing. I am good right now because the technology is working. I could go on and on and on and on, but you're going to go on and on for me, infinite streamers. Get in that stream. Tell me something that you're grateful for, that you can count the good. That's called a gratitude chain. We're going to supercharge it and express this energy in to those who are there as this audience continues to grow and build. And we start to feel this love come through right now. This is minding this matter right now. Yes, it is sometimes one step at a time. As Abraham Hicks reminds us, the degree from despair and depression to joy, it is a long stretch. But what can you do on that timeline to give yourself just a little bit of grace? As Lady Kanitha will always say, sometimes, baby, it's moment to moment. Sometimes it's just moment to moment. But when you practice mind over what matters, you don't end up planting a seed that is going to be the very thing that poisons your mind the most. Why do I say this? If you're mindlessly just planting seeds, if you're mindlessly just scattering, you don't remember what you planted and what is coming up, and you don't know how to tend to it. You see, if our default mechanism becomes the critique and the negativity, you are actually planting those seeds that eventually down the line will give fruit. And when you reach to grab it, it will be sour, it will be foul, and it will be ugly, because those are the thoughts that you consistently put into the ground. We're telling you in this moment to practice mind over what matters, mind over the matter. In this matter right now, this matter is understanding that you get to choose what you put into the world. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, release. Say out loud or chat into the box, I plant the good. You feel that? I plant the good. You're refusing to allow yourself, because I know circumstance, I know it's there, but you just got off the phone with, but this morning, right before you tune into infinity, but you, when you get off this thing, you're gonna feel good now, but you know, hey, you know, that's all good, but tomorrow when you go into work, those are the circumstances. But when you operate in a thesis, in a knowing that I plant the good, that I am the good, then those circumstances get ignored. And eventually you begin to brush them off. And then eventually you don't need to brush them off anymore because they don't find root in your soil. So they got to go somewhere else with that. Gratitude chain. We're going to create in this moment, y'all, as I close today, the recognition that we get the opportunity to create an abundance of what matters. We can create an abundance of what matters. Just like we create an abundance of things that don't matter, that we get caught up in circumstances that don't transform us. In this moment, we are creating an abundance of what matters. We're creating a list of all of the good things that count for us instead of a bunch of bad things that count against us. And we're refusing to get into the rhythm of circumstance. We get into the rhythm of purpose right now. Somebody type in the chat or say, I no longer dance with circumstance. I no longer dance with circumstance. You know how circumstance will be sitting over being negative, pointing at you, saying, come on, jump down here with me. Let me tell you how messed up you is. Come on now. Hey, come on. Circumstance is over in the corner. That funky music started playing. Circumstances like that. But when you know who you are, just like how gross that felt to so many, felt gross to me to do it. It's like, I don't want circumstances just over like, come on. You're like, I no longer dance with circumstance. You put up that church finger and walk off. But that is what has to go into your conscious thoughts, into your mind. Are you thinking that you're too young to do something? You don't dance with circumstance. Instead of saying I'm too young, you say life is still ahead of me. My entire life is still ahead of me. I no longer dance with circumstances. Oh, some people on here, there's somebody in this infinite live stream who's saying I'm too old. But I'm too old, Rev. No. We don't dance with circumstance. We think about Satchel Paige, one of the greatest baseball players ever, who was shut out from Major League Baseball until he became an old man and still had to compete. And they asked him about his age. And he said something that is particularly in alignment and apropos with this message today. Satchel Paige said, age is a case of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. Come on. Age is a case of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. So listen, your circumstances don't matter. I don't care what you went through up until this moment. You may not have ever heard of this space before. Somebody tagged you and told you tune in. Somebody said, I want you to come into this space because of how it makes me feel. It doesn't make me feel this way because it is a manufactured feeling. It makes me feel this way because I needed a reminder that everything is working for the good. I needed a reminder that I was born into this time, in this moment, in this physical earth suit, so that I could be something that this world needs. And you're not too young. You're not too old. You're not educated enough or too educated. You are exactly where you're supposed to be in this moment of realization. Do not lose this opportunity to practice mind over matter. Do not lose this opportunity to recognize in your mind that ultimately you matter. You matter because the universe loved itself enough to invent through the portal of your mother on this Mama's Day, with the assistance of your father, created you as living matter, energy personified, living in a body that is matter, to come into this world to be something unique, to be something special, and to be proud of it, and to embrace it in the circumstances, even when they change. Energy, purpose is consistent, even as circumstances change. That's mind over matter. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe-o. Oh, take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it all. I no longer dance with circumstance. I love it. Take a deep breath. We're going to do a brief moment of affirmative prayer as we pour energy out into realignment toward manifestation. As we are breathing in and out, bringing the sacred into this moment, we give thanks. And Creator, we give thanks for this moment of mindfulness, of recognition that we are exactly where we're supposed to be. I give thanks to those who have tuned in and joined in today, those who have discovered this space called infinity and know that it is here as an oasis to remind us that we have a responsibility, not just for our physical health, not just for our emotional health, but for our psychological and mental health as well. And as we couch this energy, as we bring this energy under the umbrella of spirituality, we are proclaiming a clear and consistent point of vision right now. A point of vision that goes beyond our circumstance. And as we rise in this moment, we seal the energy that we have learned today, that we have embraced today. We've embraced through music, through meditation, through message. And we embrace these energies now and speak that this vibrational frequency will continue to keep us aloft and afloat, moving through all circumstance, recognizing that we are always infinitely connected to you and through you. For these things we give thanks. Inhale and exhale. Repeat after me. I rise above circumstance. I change everything I encounter. I birth new circumstances. I embrace the good. I attract the good. The light of the divine shines in me. The light of the divine shines through me. The light of the divine shine as me. I am a living testimony. I am a lesson in overcoming. I am a made up mind. I am victorious. 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 And so it is. Deep breath here. And exhale. Deep breath in. Hold it. Pause. Remember this goodness. Remember this true moment of clarity. And exhale, release. And so it is. All right. Y'all, what a Sunday. What a day. What a day. What a day. What an awesome moment, y'all. Listen. I appreciate you all for being here with Infinity. Lady Kanitha, appreciate you being here, getting us through. Brother Tony on our tech, Brother Daniel on our tech, our Infinite Life streamers, our crew with the band app. Listen, Infinity is here. What a great, great Sunday celebration we've had. I want to wish each and every one of you a fabulous week. All of the mothers and mother adjacent folks, show some appreciation today for yourselves and for others. And y'all, it's a great, great moment for us to be together. So I'm going to invite you, if you're at home and you're able to stand to your feet with us as we sing ourselves out to the closure of the ritual of infinity, knowing that that infinite loop is always and forever open. and it is always and forever connected. It's been a great day, y'all. And this great energy is going to continue with you wherever you are. So as you are up and you are rocking and you are rolling, as you are leaning and swaying from side to side, we pronounce that in this moment, as all hearts and minds are clear, that we move into a place, into a world that awaits our light. As you are home joining hands, if you got your hands over your heart, wherever you may be, we ask that you feel that blessed energy of life flowing through you right now. Energy that brings new life and new abundance. And as we raise our voices together around the world as one, we tune our frequency into balance with the universe for the peace, love, and of course, the joy we accept now. Let us sing.
If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's a day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family.
Let me hear you.
If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's a day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family.
God's reminding me.
God's reminding me to look at you and see family.
God's reminding me.
God's reminding me to look at you and see family.
All hands up. We speak that the love of the God of your acceptance and understanding, the power of the cosmos and the ancestors rest, rule, rock, and abide with you henceforth. From this moment forward, we sing together. Amen, Amen. Hotep Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. We love you guys on behalf of the entire Infinity Fellowship family. We remind you that next week we'll be right here, same place. Get ready. We're going through ACEs. We're going to take that test with some mental health professionals. Rev Jeff, I love you guys. It's a fact you cannot change. Peace, blessings, and power.